My name is Penny Albini. My husband and his family have been in the funeral business since 1952. There's a certain satisfaction of helping people get through a very difficult time. We found this beautiful piece of property, 33 acres. I had a design in mind for the outside of the building. I wanted it to feel like it was always part of this beautiful town of ours. So that was the easy part. Coming into the inside part, the whole point of this funeral home too was to make a calm, cozy setting for our families. Instead of focusing on the death and the negativity of it, we wanted to help people feel uplifted and celebrate that person's life and, you know, maybe even smile. So I had so many ideas in my mind and I just didn't know how to put them on paper. And I really struggled with that. So when we were looking at the architectural drawings and renderings, when it came to the inside of the building, I just asked a question, well, how tall will the ceilings be? And they were like 9 feet, and I was like, 9 feet? I go, wow, seems awfully small. So now I was really starting to panic, and that's when I knew we had to do something, because I just didn't want people to walk into a long corridor with short ceilings and kind of feel enclosed. I wanted it to feel airy and welcoming for all that enter. And that's where my struggle began, was with the ceilings. I never worked with a designer for anything, so I didn't know what to expect. I was a little nervous. Kellie was brought into the project, and I'm so grateful that she was. I met her, and she had such a wonderful personality, and she was so happy and willing to help, and all of a sudden it was just ideas were coming from her, and she was like, well, we could do this, or we could do that, and I was like, wow, okay. And actually, she inspired me to think of things that I don't think really honestly I could have if it hadn't been for that initial visit, because she almost inspired me to think outside the box, which is what I think Kellie does. She was just able to honestly just read my mind. We would talk for 5 minutes and she already knew where I was going, and she would just write things down, and the next thing you know, we'd have a meeting, and I'm like, wow, that is exactly what I was looking for. And she was so precise and so spot on, and it was just a great collaboration, and I'm so grateful to her, because Kellie never gave up on us. So there were a lot of obstacles, if you will, because there's building codes, fire codes, all kinds of requirements that are necessary. Yet she found a way to incorporate the ideas and the design that I wanted and combine that with all the codes, so we were always up on everything, and all the things that I thought would not be able to be achieved were. We're in a very small historic Connecticut town, and I wanted to pay tribute to that. And there were so many different aspects that I wanted to include. We have a cute little brook that runs down. We really thought about the location of our building. While we're not on a main road, we are located within so many towns, and I just kept saying that to her, like, you know, I want to reach out to so many different towns to help people. And Kellie was like, geez, you know, it's like your compass. And I was like, right. And then she thought, what if we did like a beautiful compass on the floor? And I was like, oh, that would be fantastic. And then like the little brook, and she said, well, we can have this long running, trickling little brook with the rocks and the stones. And so all those little ideas that I had, she somehow incorporated them everywhere. The clouds, like I said, they kind of give a little shout out to the industrial century of our history here in our town. And it was just so amazing. So the things that I thought of were great, but the items she came up with were just so much better, just so exceeded my expectations. I really never thought people could do that, but she's just so good at what she does. You know, for anyone out there who's apprehensive about getting a designer, here's the thing: you know your business and you know how to run your business. Decorating or designing or showcasing your business, that's what Kellie does. Once you meet her, you'll see her personality. It's so invigorating and it's so happy, and you just can't help but get happy about it. So when you collaborate with someone like that, the outcome has just got to be great. She will make your business the envy of everyone else's. She really will. And that's exactly what she helped us do. The space speaks for itself. I don't have to say anything. People that walk through the doors, that write us letters, notes afterwards. That's all they say is, especially when no one's ever been here before, they walk in and they're almost like gasping in awe, like, wow, this is so beautiful. It doesn't feel like a funeral home. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's timeless, it's clean, it's fresh. That's what I wanted to capture, was the history and the beauty of our town. Building this building with that in mind and Kellie's wonderful design, there's never going to be a need to redesign it. I couldn't be more grateful and happier at the way it turned out. To hear everybody else have the same comments is really a testament to Kellie, not so much to me, but to Kellie, you know, because she made that happen. So every day that we're here and we hear those wonderful remarks from people, it's just another thank you, Kellie.